What's going on, my friends? Mike Hobbs here, and in this video I actually want to share with you how to use Zoom to broadcast live on Facebook. Now, I've done another video like this, but there were some clarifications that I needed to make because I had hundreds of comments asking about this. So I just want to make sure I clarify those, and then I'll walk you through actually Zooming on Facebook and being able to do that step by step. So with that being said, let me cover a couple clarifications. So I'm showing you my screen right now. So if you have a free account, I want you to know that that will not work for streaming it live inside of Facebook. Let me just show you what I mean by that. So if you log into your Zoom account, zoom.us, and you go to the settings section under In Meeting Advanced, there's actually supposed to be a spot here to enable live streaming inside of Facebook. But as you can see, the free account, this is a free account, it doesn't have that option here. And if I go over to my paid account, so I'll click over here on settings and I'll go to In Meeting Advanced. And you'll notice if I scroll down, it says right here, allow live streaming in meetings. And there's a bunch of check boxes that you can now check, and Facebook being one of those. So if you have the free account, you have to upgrade to even the lowest paid plan will work. You'll be able to live stream in your meetings, in your webinars, anything that you do with Zoom. So just wanted to make that clarification. We had that question a ton. If you don't see the live streaming inside of Zoom, it's because you have a free account most likely, or maybe one of these boxes are not checked. So one of the two things. So just make sure you go into, before you even do anything, log in, upgrade to a paid plan, and then go to your in-meeting settings here and make sure Facebook is checked. And then once that's checked, then when we go to the meeting and actually go through the process, you'll be able to stream inside of Facebook. And actually, I want to share with you, if you go to the pricing of Zoom, you'll notice that Pro is about $15 a month right now per license. So that's pretty low cost. And their yearly is $149. But I do want to just mention, I found a website. This is what I actually personally use, and I'm not sponsored by them. I don't make any money from this. But there's a site called workinglive.us. They actually have a $12.99 account per month, and they give you 500 webinar room, a 500 meeting room, and unlimited cloud storage. Basically, you're getting the enterprise plan for $12.99 a month. So you can host up to 500 participants, unlimited cloud storage, as you can see, instead of, and this is actually misleading, it's not $20 a month here, it's $20 a month times 50, because you have to start off with 50 licenses in order to get that deal. So it's actually $1,000 a month. So you're going to spend anywhere from probably around $12,000 a year to get the enterprise plan, if you want an enterprise plan. Or you can go through workinglive.us. And again, not sponsored, don't make a cent from this. Just thought I would mention that because that's what I'm using. And you get it for less than the pro price, but you not only get 100, you get 500 participants, you get the enterprise plan. So anyway, I just thought I'd bring that up to save you a little bit of money if you'd like. So hopefully you appreciate that. Now let's go back over to here. So once you have the paid account, you're good to go. Then all you have to do is go set up your meeting, obviously, and you don't have to do anything on Facebook's end. Okay, you're just gonna do everything from inside of Zoom. Okay, and keep in mind you're doing the meeting in Zoom, so you're gonna invite all of the people you want to participate in your Zoom to the Zoom meeting. So you're gonna actually set up the Zoom meeting. You're gonna schedule the Zoom meeting, and I'll just schedule a test. And you're going to do everything in Zoom. You're going to do nothing on Facebook. You're just streaming this Zoom to Facebook. So whatever happens in the Zoom meeting is what is happening on your Facebook profile when you stream it over there into Facebook. So just remember that everything is done inside of Zoom. So we're just going to do test, and then you most likely will have to have a passcode, but I'm just going to leave it checked. If it lets you uncheck it, I'd do that. And then we're just going to go ahead and click save. So once you have the meeting set up, then all you have to do is start your meeting, okay? And I will go ahead and open it up. Now, this is what the meeting is going to look like. Now, like I said, everything that shows up in Zoom and anything like, so you're going to, when you unmute your mic, you're going to unmute your mic inside of Zoom. When you turn your cameras on, you're going to turn your camera on inside of Zoom. Everything is done inside of Zoom. You're going to invite all the participants, all the hosts, everyone in Zoom. And then what you're going to do is once it's live, then you're going to, there's a little more button over here. So you'll click over here under the more button. And then you'll notice that the live on Facebook is there. And again, one other clarification is this can only be done on a desktop computer, either PC or Mac. Cannot be done on a tablet, cannot be done on an iPhone. In order to stream your Zoom meeting to Facebook, must be done on a computer, okay? So we're gonna go ahead and click live on Facebook, okay? And it's gonna pull open a new window where you're going to choose where you want to go live at, either in a group, on a timeline, in a fan page. So we're going to go ahead and choose timeline. Click next. Okay, now it's going to, it says preparing live streaming preview. It's not live yet. I'll tell you when it goes live. Okay, so what you're going to do is now you're going to choose a title. So we're just going to do test. Now I'm setting, make sure this is set to public. If it's not set to public, it's not going to work. Okay, it's not going to work. So make sure you set this to public. Now I'm going to choose only me because I don't want any of my Facebook friends to see this when I go live. And then I'm just going to say whatever the topic is, put it as your title. This is what shows up as the post. Going live for a test. Okay, don't worry about any of this other stuff. Now don't press go live yet. Make sure everything is set inside of Zoom first. So make sure you have your camera on. I don't know if this will work properly with streaming my camera, but let's just see if that works. Okay, there I am. All right, and then make sure you have your mic unmuted and everything and ready to go. Because if this mic is muted, it's also going to be muted for people who are watching you on Facebook. So just keep that in mind. But I'm going to keep mine muted for right now. And I'm going to go back over to the Facebook post and I'm going to click go live. Now keep in mind, the second you say go live and it says it's preparing and stuff, it's actually live. And just because there's actually a delay, so a lot of people will be sitting there, is it live yet? Is it live yet? And they'll just be fumbling around. But I just want you to know, once you click go live, it's live. Okay, and so let me just show you that. Click go live. So now it is live, okay? So just keep that in mind. Even though it says setting up your meeting, it is actually live. So just be aware of that. So right now you can just start your meeting and be like, all right, hello, welcome to this live. And I'll just make sure I'll show you. So I'm gonna unmute myself. Hello, 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 welcome to this live. And let's go back over here to Facebook and then I'll click play. You see I'm muted and then it's gonna be unmuted here in just a second and you'll hear it. So it's like I said, there's gonna be like a 20-second delay or so. Hello, 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 welcome to this live. And let's go back over here. Okay, so I'm going to mute this. Now I just want you to be aware, because there's that 20-second delay, you're going to be starting your meeting and you're going to be doing your meeting like this and talking and have this unmuted and everything. And then all of a sudden you're going to probably hear this echo in the background because then Facebook is now live and it's feedbacking to you. So here's what I recommend you do. I recommend you mute the Facebook version. So it's right here, if you hover over, you'll see there's a mute button there. You can click the volume and mute it. And then you can leave this Facebook Live open at that point. Now, if you notice and you can't find the mute button, then just close it down. You actually don't have to have Facebook open to run the meeting. The only benefit to having Facebook open is so you can monitor the comments. So as people are commenting inside of your Facebook Live, you'll start noticing them here in the comments thread right here, and then you can reply back to them. But just remember, there's a big, huge delay. So if you're trying to communicate with your Facebook Live viewers from Zoom, you need to ask a question, then talk a little bit, and then go read the comments. Because if you say, hey, let me know which book you're reading, or whatever question you ask, and then you go look, you're just going to be sitting there in dead silence, and they're not even going to know the question yet, because like I said, there was a huge delay. Did you notice that? About 20-second delay. So my suggestion is, if you want to interact with people via Zoom to your fans on Facebook, then you're going to want to make sure you ask a question, talk a little bit, then go over to Facebook and look for the answers there. So anyway, those are just a few tips there. And then when you're done, you're going to click on more and click stop live stream. And that's going to end the live stream on Facebook. And then you're actually still in the Zoom meeting at this point. And then you can close out the Zoom meeting from here. Okay. And then it'll be ending on here. So I recommend you actually stop the Zoom meeting from within Zoom first, right here, and then exit out of the Zoom meeting completely. So hopefully you got value from that. I have other videos on the subjects. In fact, I have a video on how to schedule a Facebook Live in the future. So I'll have that somewhere up, looping up here on this channel. And give this a like if you got value from the video. And I do a lot of video topics on this subject. And if you want more video ideas and things that you can talk about, I have a pinned comment below. There's a cheat sheet there that you can download for free on 21 different video ideas for making money on the internet. So anyway, make it a wonderful day. Give this video a like. I appreciate you, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.